welcome to the Pursuit of Soft Life podcast. I am Omalara Abeke and I'm your host. Welcome back again, or welcome for the first time. You've come to the right place. This is a safe space and a think tank for successful, motivated women just like you who are ready to invest in the soft life. You tuned in to discuss and learn with me, as well as the other listeners, the different tools and resources that you can take yourself to soft life. Now that you've already joined the community, let's continue by supporting and hyping each other along the way. So I really hope you are ready for today's episode. It's a little different. We're just going to delve into soft life is multiple streams of income. I believe I've mentioned this a time or two, and I don't believe in somebody giving you critiques or suggestions without providing some sort of solution or guidance. So I did take some time to just carve out like very simplistic bullet point ideas that you can use to help you know how to start your business. As someone that has started a business, a couple, I think that it's not for the faint of heart, but if you are passionate or more so consistent and you prepare yourself in a number of ways. Prepare your time, prepare your finances, prepare your expectations. There's no reason you won't succeed, okay? So, Holy Spirit is going to drop a scripture in my heart. And being a businesswoman, it takes a lot of grace, right? So, it just makes me think of Proverbs 31 woman. She wakes up early, takes care of her family, heads to the docks, does her business, does her hustle, and she gets her things done. But it's definitely grace that gets her there. So, as you are currently embarking in the journey of business or investing or continuing or starting your multiple streams of income, I pray that you find grace in this situation because, we all want to succeed, period. So let's start by talking about how this economy, we receive the income, but this economy right now, depending on when you're listening to it, has been particularly interesting. There's been a high rate of job insecurity, just things being super fickle. So naturally, outside of the normal instance, people are going to think of what can I do to make extra income outside of finding a double shift or an additional 9 to 5 or doing overtime. So when it comes to business or investment, there's so many opportunities. Granted, we're not going to discuss all of them here, but we're just going to touch on a few things. And I know some of you girlies are super serious investors and businesswomen, and you already have your ball rolling. And I would love to have you on here to share your experience and to share, what you've done and how you've done it to succeed. We have so many coming in soon, but for the girlies that are just trying to get their toes wet and want to just get the ball rolling and get ideas flowing in their head, here's a good starting point. So, first of all, you want to start your business or you want to invest because you want to find an additional source of income. Multiple streams of income is really the best and ultimate way to reach financial success, financial peace, financial security. I know there are some schools of thoughts that say, like, okay, well, if you're not able to, succeed off of one thing, what thinks you'll succeed off of multiple incomes? Listen, God will make a way. It's really about just you being focused, you budgeting, you having the mindset of being able to do everything that's possible. The pros of having a business is you do get to make more money. You do get to have a little bit of extra change in your pocket, if not a lot of bit of change, because some people have huge turnovers in business that they either expect, plan for, or they didn't. It allows you to be your own boss. You can, you think you can schedule work on everything, but being an entrepreneur really does take almost 24 hours. But for the most part, let's say that you get to control those hours as opposed to when you are working for a company or under somebody. It's definitely an excellent way for you to grow your wealth over time, both through running a business and investing. There are some cons of having a new business or, investing, and those things include basically, like I mentioned before, it takes a lot of your time and it definitely takes a lot of your money, depending on if you are funding your business yourself. It takes long hours as well as long investment capital to get your business really going. Like, there's this saying, I feel like it's in English too, but let me talk like the old timers. Yoruba says it takes money to get money. So for you to really, really succeed in marketing and packaging and promotion and research, you do need money to get things started. And if you don't do your research, a new business can be risky. There's no guarantee that your business will succeed, but the fact that you are being intentional, you do the research, you do market research, you do SWOT analyses, you do, you ask questions, you get insight from your customers, what's working, what's not working. Is this a pain point? Like, because oftentimes when you're having a business, a more successful business comes from being able to solve a problem for someone. And what problem are you solving, right? These are like super generic questions, but when you are focused on a niche and you know, like, okay, this is my target client, my target customer, and this is what I'm doing for them, and this is why what I'm doing for them is beneficial, those people will put their money to your service or to your product. Likewise, investing can be risky because, as you can see, a lot of things in the tech world, in just the market, has been a slippery slope lately. And I'm sure that's all due to things going on around in the world, but you definitely want to get your insights from the right people. Make sure you have guidance or, join investment groups. Make sure you have an investment advisor, But let's head back to business. I'm sure that I will be bringing on someone who is very investment savvy in the near future, who will be able to really school us on the different and the best ways to invest in ourselves and in our future. So, before I continue, let's just talk about different businesses that you can actually consider. And I want you to get it out of your mind that there's too many people, or there's too many businesses like this. Whatever you feel you're capable of doing, as long as you are solving someone's problem and you have your own unique taste to it and you're able to solve it in your own way, in a creative way, you're gonna have the customers. I may be going on a whim to say that, but it's true. There's enough customers, enough money for us out there, so don't feel like there's no room for you. Certain businesses that you can think to consider would be, you can actually, this is a big one, and I think what's really cool about it is you can just start with the things you have at home, and that is social media content creation. Using YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, creating digital content and sales from those platforms. Another is if you're like really well versed in a topic or an industry, coaching, teaching, and training is another way to, scale a business or scale your current experience or expertise. Other things that you can consider that are a little bit out of the box are, opening vending machines like the ones that sell candy. And even more recently, I've seen things where they're selling makeup, hair, lashes, and this one got me. Waist beads. Yes, African waist beads in a vending machine at the mall in the United States. Let me tell you, if you think you can sell it, there's a market for someone who's gonna buy it. There's also drop shipping. And drop shipping is essentially when you see a key product or a number of key products that you know are popular, and instead of you purchasing inventory, you have the manufacturer directly ship it to the consumer, although the consumer is purchasing from you. If you're creative and you can work with your hands and you can make different things, both physical and digital, you can sell on Etsy, you can sell on Amazon, you can do like a fee for service. Then there's entertainment, like if you're a singer, musician, comedian, a host, people are hiring for these things. Like, your gift will put you in front of kings. So why not use it? Why not use it to make an income? And you see people doing it every day. So what's stopping you? Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. There's nothing stopping you but you. So go out there and do what you gotta do. Then there's also print on demand, and that's essentially like, for example, like t-shirts or pens, planners, a host of different items where you use a particular website, and the website, similar to drop shipping, they give you the tool to either design with their tools, or you upload your own designs and you allow people to purchase from you, but then the other company will ship to them directly. There's also things such as photography, cinematography, a mobile photo booth. There's decor, event planning. The events and wedding industry is a booming business. So is beauty, right? They go hand in hand, and they also are perfect outside of each other. Makeup, lashes, hair, nails, like these services, they make bank. Okay. And then there's like the newer things that people use is, car rentals, Turo, Airbnbs or short let rental, renting, getting into real estate. The real estate girlies are winning. And the really cool thing about real estate that I've noticed is it's not limited to what most people think. And maybe I should rephrase that because I wouldn't know what most people think. But real estate is very much a large industry. You could be an underwriter, you could be a selling agent, you could be a buyer's agent, you could be a broker, you could be the notary. Like you could be in staging homes if you're into interior decor. Real estate is such a big place to be, and I've even started seeing a lot of people that are into land sales, wholesale land sales, being able to do find leads for different land sales, being a project manager for these different short let rentals or Airbnbs, or a co-host. There's like so much to do. Then there's events with, you could do an event space, event rentals, you can do a content space, a studio. Then there's catering, there's fashion, styling people. There's just so much to do out there. And obviously we can't go over everything, but here we are talking about different things that you probably do already, but you can monetize those things that you do and make a business out of them. We've gone over a lot of the pros of business, but then there are some things that, even though you know the pros and cons, you need to know how to organize yourself, prep yourself, and really go into business. First and foremost, I know that you can just go out there and start, but to legally structure and register your business, make sure you register your LLC, you apply for an EIN if you're in the United States, and that you open a legitimate business bank account. Those three things are very basic, they're rudimentary, but they're important. Once you've realized that your business is viable, make sure that you are focusing on your target audience. You don't need to sell to everybody. You don't need to provide a service to everybody. You need to provide your service to the right people that will support you, that will keep your business up. Look for those people. Build that community. That's so important. I think people forget about that so much. They forget about the community that they're building, and it just scatters everything. Make sure that you are using your resources and that you build a team. You can outsource a lot of things. It's not expensive to find a team. It does take time to find the right people, but time is money, so do what you got to do. You can find people on different resources, maybe by referrals, maybe through Fiverr, maybe just by reaching out to people. You definitely want to have a team. If it's not people around you, just people that you know are skilled at what they do, because truthfully, you can't do everything. Some people try their best to, but to be super successful, if you can outsource your marketing, outsource your packaging, outsource things that are not your strong suits and you're focused on managing and keeping the business afloat, it'll keep things working. Then, you know, make sure you have people that support your vision. It's not an easy road, right? So you want people that support you, love you, and want to help you out. Now, one thing that I do want to briefly go over before closing is how to get funding for this business. Obviously, a lot of businesses fund themselves, but not everybody has that luxury. So you can choose to fund yourself. You can use savings, right? You can use sales, but a lot of experts say it's best to use other people's money, and that is just a colloquial internet way of saying seek investors, apply for small business loans, apply for small business grants, consider crowdfunding, like for example, GoFundMe, and even consider business credit. There's even a way to, improve your business credit. We can do a deeper dive into that on another episode. But, I'm glad that we got started. I'm glad we're having this conversation. I'm glad you even are considering running a business or, scaling your business. Send me your website link. Send me your Instagram. I want to support. We want to support. We want to have you here. Tell us what your business journey has been like. Let's find out how you can advise other people if you found yourself in that startup phase. What's it like? How did you succeed? Again, it's not easy, but through Christ you can do all things because He's going to strengthen you, and you got this. And you're going to remember through every step of the way that soft life is a multiple streams of income life, and you're going to do great. So thanks again for joining me at the Pursuit of Soft Life podcast. My name is Omalara Abeke, and shout out to you for doing life the soft life way. Thank you. Goodbye.